Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Yusral, and this is the first in what may be a long series of Tuesday Tribble time warps. Purpose of this video is to look at the new Nebula-class starships that Cryptic posted onto Tribble today. There are a lot of other changes in Tribble's. Carriers in particular are a lot nastier than they used to be, but for the moment we're going to focus on the Nebula. The Nebula, as you all know, comes in two flavours. One you get at Commander, one you get at Vice Admiral. It's termed an advanced research vessel. Commander version first. This is pretty standard stuff for the rank. 3 weapon slots forward, 2 aft. Standard engineering consoles, standard science consoles. However, you get an Ensign Universal Station. This is big. This is a real design shift from Cryptic, because obviously prior to this the only place you got Universal Stations was on the Birds of Prey and on the Miranda-class starting ship. So this is a bit of a design shift. We might be seeing more ships with universal slots, more flexibility to set up a ship how you want it. The Havana is the Vice Admiral version, Advanced Research Refit, and it's a scaled up version. The Universal slot's now a Lieutenant, the Science Station is now primarily a Commander with an Ensign backing it up. Lieutenant Commander Engineering, Lieutenant Tactical. Pretty much what you'd expect from a Vice Admiral science ship. However, there is a trade-off for that Universal slot. If I pull up the Pathfinder, my Intrepid refit, you'll notice that the Pathfinder gets an extra science ability, and it's an extra Lieutenant Commander science ability. This has always been the trade-off, even with the Birds of Prey. You have less abilities, less powerful abilities, but you can set them up any way you want. Anyway, let's go have a look at the appearance side of things. This is all you get with the Commander vessel. This is the standard Nebula version. It's the one we saw in TNG. It's the one that you get a glimpse of at the end of Generations. This is the Magellan. You get it with the Vice Admiral. It's Cryptic's take on the class, and I like it. It really is nice. It's gone to that slightly more angular, slightly more segmented, almost, I don't know, is insectoid a good term? Meh. Anyway, I happen to prefer it to the standard Nebula. Incidentally, Cryptic, consider this bit of feedback. Some scroats nicked the impulse engines from the back of the source. You can just see 2 little grey patches there above the pylons. The Magellan has at least got some venting there. The Nebula's just got nothing. I don't know, is that a bug? Who knows? Anyway, the Magellan, very, very nice ship. You get all the usual options for hull plating, patterns, etc, etc. Although I don't know why the shuttle bays are port and starboard of the bridge. I mean, if I boot a shuttle out of there at full impulse, it's just going to get clonked on the pylon. Anyway, we'll go with that, because frankly, okay, that looks a little like something the Mirror Universe would chuck out, but oh boy, I quite like that dark metallic look. Anyway, the Nebula's big selling point, the whole reason that the Nebula is supposed to be popular, is going to make a difference on the PvP front. That is the Tachyon detection grid. For those of you who missed the briefing, this is a buff that at Commander is stealth only, and at Vice Admiral has a very unique twist. What it does regardless is that it will add 2.5% stealth detection and 20 to your starship sensors skill. So that will then play into abilities that come off your sensors stats. We're going to swing to Earth Space Dock to have a look at the Vice Admiral twist. It isn't a straight AoE. It's not a everyone within 5 kilometers of you gets this buff version. So one quick jump to Earth. Yeah, and the twist here is that initially you will give the buff to everyone in 10 kilometers, then everyone within 10 kilometers of them gets a buff, and there you go. Those blue lines are out. You'll see it's even gone out to the Starfleet cruiser over by Space Dock, because it chained off Olum 1. You'll notice that everyone who's been hit by that now has a pale blue glow around their deflector dish. Everyone has got that stealth sight buff. Everyone is going to be that little bit better at detecting cloaked ships. Life could get very, very bad if you're a bird of prey. Anyway, that is a first look at the Nebula, and hopefully I'll be able to get some more testing done on PvP and in PvE. There is one little change that's worth noting that hasn't been documented on the Tribble patch notes, and that is the Intrepid's little bonus. Those of you who've read the patch notes will have noticed that the birds of prey now have their movable wings when they go into warp. And you'll also remember that it was mentioned that this tech was being worked on for the Intrepid as well. The really smart ones, we will have noticed the comment that was in the 12th Fleet chat. It crosses with Live and Tribble, by the way. You can chat with fleetmates on Live when you're on Tribble. So here's your unexpected little bonus. The Intrepid class nacelles fold up when you go into warp. Like so. My name's been Yusril, and that has been the Tuesday Tribble Time Warp. I'll see you next time.